Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Allie. I'm a 23-year-old registered nurse, and tonight I'm going to show y'all my get ready routine night before and day of work. So come on, I hope you enjoy. So the night of, I really just try to make sure that I have as much done so I can make the least amount of noise possible in the morning, because my fiance is still sleeping, and the least I can do in the morning, the better for me. So I just try to make sure my coffee's ready. Make sure that I just try to make sure that I've got everything ready for my breakfast, and I start kind of piecing together a lunch for me. I work 12-hour shifts, so I've got to make sure I got a lot of snacks too. Okay, so after I've got my lunch predominantly decided and kind of laid out like I want it, I go ahead and pack my work bag. My work bag is not very big. I don't really need many things, and I do have a locker at work so I can keep stuff there as well. I'm gonna make sure I have my planner. Keep all my pens in there as well. Have my iPad in case we have a little bit of downtime. And then I have a set of scrubs that I need to turn back in from when I was on call this past week. I work in the cardiac cath lab, so every day is different. We could have 25 cases or we could have like 10. So depending on the caseload, we could be done by 3 o'clock or we would have to stay until 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It all really just depends on how the physicians feel, if anybody wants to have a heart attack, or just how long the cases go, and if there's anything that changes with the patients while they're in our care. Now I'm gonna go and get my work clothes out for tomorrow and get ready to take my makeup off and hop in the shower real quick. So I've went ahead and I've laid out everything that I'll be wearing tomorrow. Got my shoes down there, got my socks, underwear, and my scrubs. I'm actually going to be spending the night at my parents' house tomorrow night. My fiance is going home to see his parents, so I don't want to be by myself. So I'm just going to stay at my parents' house. I do have work on Friday as well, so I'll just pack a bag that has everything that I will need for work, showers, things of that nature. But yeah. Here, come here. Good morning, buddy. Hello. Hey, good morning. Good morning. You can go outside. Say, let's go. Come on. I already got my egg cooked for the most part. Coffee is like #1 priority. It's 4:47, and that's like the first thing we're gonna make of the day. I've been using those skinny syrups for about a month now, and I add some almond milk. I mean, you can't just use 1 tablespoon of creamer, if you know what I mean. I usually eat two eggs, drink the coffee, sit down, kind of just get myself ready for the work day. And after I make my egg, I'll clean out the pan and I'll saute the tilapia that I'm gonna have for work. So like y'all saw last night, I had the blueberries and blackberries already packed and the now mixed cheese and hummus. And then I just sauteed the tilapia and I did some microwave rice. 5 o'clock, lunch is already packed, breakfast is already ate, coffee's made. So now I just get to sit and play with my dog until it's time for me to leave. Are we leaving? Are we gonna leave? Get the door. It's crazy. Now we are headed to my parents' house. They watch Jax during the day while I'm at work. He absolutely loves going to my parents' house. It's crazy. Loves getting in the car. Get in the car. It's like a 15-minute drive to their house. And then a 30-minute drive to work. Good morning, Bubba. Good morning. Right on time and everything. Never happens. Ever. Never happens. Alright, Jax has been dropped off at my parents' house. Now we've got a 30-minute drive, and I would like for everyone to believe that us nurses are just so nice and we just listen to a nice little podcast. No, we don't. The current playlist of choice is Party Playlist on Spotify. I listen to it every morning on the ride to work. That and coffee is what gets me through the day. We're gonna have to figure out this driving situation because we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get you set up right. Okay, so like I said last night, I work in the cardiac cath lab. I deal with adult geriatric patients. My hospital does not have a pediatric cath lab. I've worked in the cath lab for almost a year. At the end of June will be 1 year completed. I went into the cath lab directly out of college. It was a complete learning curve, to say the least. In the cath lab, as a nurse, I handle the conscious sedation of the patient. We do all of our procedures under just like moderate sedation, so they go to sleep but they are able to like breathe on their own, and if we need them to wake up and like kind of turn their head to the left or the right, they're able to do so themselves. We don't have to do that for them. I monitor vital signs the entire case. I document medications given. The cath lab is where we place stents in people's hearts, like in their arteries. They come in, they can either be emergent cases where a patient is actively having a heart attack and one of their arteries is 100% occluded or close to it. Or these patients are scheduled as outpatient procedures. They come into the hospital, we get them prepped for the procedure, we go through an artery either in their wrist or their groin, and we check out the arteries on their heart with like contrast under x-ray. depending on what we see in the diagnostic side of it, where we just take the images, we may do interventions, which is either we're gonna just balloon the area that we are looking at, or we will actually stent it. Very few of our cases have to go to emergency open heart surgery, like very few. We do schedule a couple a month just because patients in Alabama, like, people are sick. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard the doctors tell patients that they need to change their lifestyles, and if the food tastes good, it needs to be spit out, because in Alabama, if it isn't fried, it isn't eaten, which is very unfortunate, but that it keeps our doors open. In my cath lab, we have 4 rooms and at least 20 doctors. So every day is different. Every physician is different. They all have particular little nitpicky things that they want done in the room, or how they want the patient sedated, or how they want the patient set up. So every case, even though we're doing the same thing, we're not really doing the same thing every time. The rooms are usually staffed with 3 people, but it's a good day when you've got 4. You will usually have 1 registered nurse and then 2 scrubs. So the scrubs will be at the table with the doctors doing the procedure the entire time, and the nurse is in there just kind of making sure that everything is staying normal. They watch the vitals, like I said. We watch the EKG, which we set up pre-procedure. So now I'm fixing to jam out. I've kind of explained a little bit of what I do, just to get ready for the day. I will clock in about 6:10, and I won't be able to take y'all inside today. That's not part of the plan. It's a HIPAA violation for y'all to be in there. I gotta keep my patients safe, and I need to stay as concentrated as possible. But I'll see y'all on the way out, then headed back home in about 13 hours. 12 and a half hours later, I am clocked out. It's currently 7 o'clock on the dot. I nursed 3 cases today. One of the patients ended up needing to go to the ICU, so I had to sit with them until the room was available. Everything's okay though. Tomorrow, I think we've only got like 4 cases, which is absolutely insane, because usually, like I said, we have like 20 or 25. So, but yeah, I think this concludes the video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I plan to be making more videos. This is kind of just something fun for me to do in my spare time. So yeah, thanks for watching. This has been really fun. I can't wait to see what else we get to do. Have a good day.